Hi, this is Tim. Welcome to our PLC Programming Methods to Sequence Machine series. In this series, we're going to be simulating a machine with some basic buttons and lights. It's going to start with the green light on, and when we press the green button, the yellow light's going to come on. We press the yellow button, the red light's going to come on. Just to add a little bit of variability, pressing the red button won't make it go to the next step, but we need to press and hold it for 1 second, and then the blue light will come on. And finally, pressing the blue button will start the process all over. While this is a really simple thing we're doing here, this can easily be scaled to any machine. And the best part about the methods we're showing here is they are compatible with all Allen Bradley PLCs. From the Controllogix and Compactlogix for Studio 5000, formerly RsLogix 500, to RsLogix 500 for the Micrologix and the Slick 500, and even the Connected Components Workbench for the Micro800 PLC. Actually, these are probably compatible with most brands of PLCs because they use basic programming fundamentals. Now, I'm not a fan of all these methods, but you will run into them out in the field. And I debated what order to put these in, and I decided to put them from the one I'm most likely to do to the one I am the least likely to do. And that doesn't mean the ones on the tail end are necessarily the worst. They're just the ones, in my opinion, that I wouldn't use to program. In this lesson, I'm going to show how to use a bit seal-in to track logic. Now, I'm not really a fan of this method, but you will run into it, so we do need to understand it. If you missed any of the previous lessons, I'll put a link to the whole lesson series down in the description. And also note that this was extracted out of a live stream, so it is not perfect. All right, so again, we're going to create a new program, and this one is going to be sequence seal in. And we're going to go to Controllers, Micro800, and we're going to select the 2080 LC20 20QBB. And we're going to add it to our project. And all right, now I started the last one a little different because we were in the default theme here. And I want to make sure we didn't get lost there. This is how the default theme works. And if we switch over to the Logix theme, it kind of lays out more like Studio 5000 does. And so in this case, our main task is where we're actually going to create our programs. So we're going to right-click Main Task. We're going to create a new ladder diagram program. And let's go ahead and rename that. And we'll just call this our outputs. Although really we probably could cram that out. No, you should have probably some organization. So yeah, we're going to do that. And we're going to add another one. And this one we're going to rename to our sequence. And actually, same deal as last time. You can drag these around. Oops, I can drag program 1 up. And there you go. Now it's above. I never played with this. Can I rename program? Oh, yeah, look at there. So I could also rename this to sequence. I don't know why I would need to. In this one, we're going to be doing the seal in. And of all of them, this is my least favorite probably. Actually, this is my least favorite between this and the latch unlatch. Now these work, so I can't put them completely down, but I would not do the seal in or the latch unlatch in this case. And we'll talk more about the reasons a little later in it, but let's just get this in there first. So in this case, we have a sequence seal in, and we're kind of working down through here. And we're sealing it in till the end. And this is kind of our basic start-stop circuit. And really, this isn't that much different than what we've done before. As first, let's go in this case, it's controller variables. Let's put in some description or some aliases. Output 0 is going to be light 1. And then output 1, oops, it's going to be light 2. And light 3, and light 4. And then down here, input number 4. I don't know why I'm not labeling those as colors up there, but that's what I did in the previous one. So in this case, it's going to be the green light. and then the yellow light, red light, and the blue light. It's pretty much the exact same thing as we did last time. And then we are going to need to create a tag. Whoops. Should have done that while I was over there. Let's go back over here. We're going to create a tag down here, and this is going to be our sequence. And it is going to be, oops, why isn't that letting? Oh yeah, that's one thing I stumped in another live stream that we were doing is you cannot name a tag the same thing as a routine is named, which kind of can throw you because there shouldn't be any reason for that, but okay. Sequence seal in, that's what we'll call it. And this will be a dent. And now we'll go, and in this case, we're going to be doing it just like we did here. So first we're going to be looking for the sequence seal in not to be done. So over here, we're going to use a reverse contact or an examine if open. And we're going to go and find sequence seal in. Now, what a lot of people don't know is at the end of this, I can just put .0, and that's going to look at bit 0 of the sequence seal in. And then I'm going to look for this green button. So green, did I really put light on that? That is input 4, okay. I'm sitting here just talking away, and why didn't somebody correct me again? Yeah, guys, you can correct me. I won't get offended. These are all buttons. These aren't lights. Button. 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 And button. Okay, the green button is what we need, and that's right, and it doesn't immediately update. I have noticed that. We just go off of it, go back on. I think you can also close the tab and open it back up. But green button, and now we're going to put an output energize here. And actually, we can just escape out of this because we're going to copy this. And we're going to put it right there. And now what we're going to do is going to put a branch around this. Now this may look confusing right now, but we're going to go through it when it's done and explain exactly how it works. All right, does that look pretty much the same as that? Yes, it does. So we got that one done. All right, now we're going to copy and paste this down. And, oops, actually I shouldn't have done that but once because we had to make a modification to this first one. Is now, it's going to be that. And then seal in will be 1. Okay, now we can do some copy and pasting. Well, that's got to be 1. V. Okay, so seal in 1. Now this is, the second one is the yellow button. And then this one is going to be the red button. And this one will be the blue button. And so this one was 0 and 1. This one's going to be 1 and 2. This one is going to be 3. Oops. This one's going to be 2 and 3. And then over here, yeah, same deal. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Actually, no, I did something wrong there. I can tell I did something wrong. The seal, no. Oh, except for I forgot that. The seal in piece here. All those are 3. Okay, so that takes care of that, and then we're going to have some outputs here. And so for the first one, sequence seal in at 0, it's going to turn on output 0. One. So 0 and not 1, and then 1 and not 2, and then 2 and not 3. All right, so first let's just download this program so we can see how it works. Okay, well, we're in run mode and our light is not lighting up, so I have something wrong. So let's go in here and figure out what's going on. All right, what do I got going on? We're in run mode. Oh, well, okay, well, and again, it's going to do exactly what you say, but I sat there and copied and pasted. This is output 0, output 0, output 0, and output 0. So yeah, that's not going to work. So let me go offline and fix that. Hey, and again, you guys ought to catch me on these things because yeah, one, we are having a promotion in the chat, which is probably a good time to mention that, is that if you participate in the chat, you are in a drawing to get 10% off a PLC trainer or one of the PLC tools, simulators, and testers. And yeah, it'd be really helpful because yeah, we just sat here and stared at a machine that wasn't working. So y'all could have pointed that out. It would save us a little time. Okay, now we have a green light. Now this should work exactly the same. So I press the green button, the yellow light comes on. I press the yellow button, the red light comes on. I press the red button. Ooh, I didn't put the timer in there. So we got to fix that because immediately when I press the red button, it goes to the blue, and I press the blue and it goes back to the green. So let's go ahead and put the timer in and just, yeah, I don't want to shortcut this one too much. Now I got to tell you already, and you notice I didn't spend a lot of time on the ceiling. Because after thinking about this is one that was brought up in the last live stream as an option, and I don't think this is a good option. But let's go through it and give it a fair shot. Is right here, I forgot to put in the TON timer. So we'll drag that output energize, and then we'll bring down a TON. Well, Mustang, you know, hey, you know something? We learn from our mistakes, though. So I get excited about mistakes. I call them learning opportunities. I don't want to make too many that are just like, all right, you're wasting a lot of time now, though. So yeah, feel free to reach out and be like, hey, you forgot this. So let's see. We want a 1 second timer there. Oh, well. Okay, you didn't even see what I did there. But I added a timer. I wish somebody, again... I get some caffeine. Michael just brought me some caffeine because, yeah, I'm slowing down a little bit. So he's like, yeah, you need to put a little pep in your step. So, yeah, you didn't even see what I was doing there. But let me just show you, since you didn't see it, oops, it's getting back in there. is mainly I added this timer right here. And this is the same as all the others we've had. Mainly this red button we want to be pressed for 1 second before we move on to the next step. So I'm going to download this program. So now if I press the green button, it should go to the yellow light. If I press the yellow button, it should go to the red light. If I press the red button, it doesn't. But if I press and hold it for 1 second, it goes to the blue. And then the blue button takes it back to the green. So it does exactly the same thing. Now my problem with this is overall, what step exactly is this in? And mainly, I don't think this is very clean to troubleshoot. Now, there's some things we can do to add to troubleshooting. So let me give this a fair shot. One, I just like having a step number. Like all our previous ones, we have been able to look and say that we're on step 0, step 1. Well, in this case, we're on 0 but not 1, or are we on 0 but where are we? But we can make it a little easier. Is we can add a rung right here. And I am actually just going to copy this, and we'll paste that, 2 times, all right, 3 times, somewhere around there. And we're going to make this number 1, and we're going to make this number 2, and we're going to make this number 3. And then, honestly, I'm trying to think, does Studio 5000, Connected Components, does it have an NOP instruction? NOP. There you go, no operation. Now, if you're not familiar with a no operation, it's just that. It just does nothing. But it's going to let that rung be true. So I'm going to download this. But mainly, okay, what I just added does help a little bit. Is right now, wasn't quite online yet. It's almost there. But okay, right now we're in step, we'll call it sub-0. And the reason, honestly, I wouldn't do it exactly this way, but what I find the reason a lot of people want to do the seal in is they don't realize you can mix bit instructions and number instructions. So I left the opportunity to, use numbers out of this. But if I press the green button, then the yellow comes on, and now we can see that, all right, seal in 1. And so what people say is that, well, all you got to do is look across something like this, and you'll know exactly what step you're in. And this is similar to what I did in my first program, but I think I left a lot of opportunities out for troubleshooting. And also, it really becomes a bear if I want to insert another instruction in the middle. And mainly because really to do it, I have to shift all these down, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to end up adding some crazy oddball bit in here to add another step in. So overall, I don't think that the seal in still is a good way to do it. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We put out at least one automation video a week. Next, we're going to show you a few links, including the PLC programming methods to sequence machine series. Till next time. Hi, this is Tim.
And this is Amber of TW Controls. We run the automation store. Hey, thanks for finding our channel.
Here's a playlist with some similar videos.
And YouTube thinks you'll like this video.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel.
And if our videos have helped you make some money and you're not using our products, please consider supporting us on Patreon.
Till next time.
See ya!